Shorya, I think you should start the videos because students should see the video, and from the video
Okay.
they can ask the question. Our Alexis.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Shaurya. I'm your senior from third year, and I'm from IT department. So, welcome you all to the first day of the innovation and entrepreneurship workshop series. So, before we start today's session, I would like to show you some videos about our entrepreneur and innovator Alesky Jeff Zedzewski and about his inventions. So let us see some of his inventions firstly. Also, we have over here the faculty head and the IIC president, Professor Divakar Roy Chaudhary, sir. Sir, can you please share a few words? After that, we will start the video.
Okay, so well, actually now I'm outside, so so that's maybe some noise maybe come from my end. So again, I welcome to the 6 days workshop series. There will be 6 sessions on mainly on the focusing on entrepreneurship and innovation to motivate our student to do something new, innovate something new, and after doing invention, they should file patent. After patenting, they can launch the product in the market. So actually, you know, the three pillar of the innovation, that is the innovation, IPR, that is patent, and then the entrepreneurship. First you have to discover, invent something, then you have to file patent, then you have to launch the product in the market. So that is our main goal of this session. So I hope you will learn lots of things in this session. Will be taken by our faculty members and also some reputed business analyst. And also the today's session is very much important session. Alexis sir will come. He has already filed 28 patents. You will learn lots of things from him, and the main thing that you will get some motivation that to do something new. So that's all. Thank you, Shaurya. Please continue. Okay.
Yes, sir. So I will start the videos that will let you know the projects and the products that our inventor has made. So let's start with the video session. Please let me know, Diditi, if the video sound is coming or not.
Good day, I am Alexei Zaitsevsky.
Diditi, is the sound coming?
Yes, it's perfectly all right.
Oh.
Good day, I am Alexei Zaitsevsky. I was born in USSR and grew up in Lithuania. I took part in the Children's Technical Club and participated in competitions. Started working as a layout designer and gradually became a technologist. I developed technologies for printed products protection against 4G. Worked on software applications used to encode hidden data in printed image. I developed radio communication detectors. Designed a decentralized communication system for mobile stations. A group dating website for adults was developed. I arranged small music festivals, flash mob and shows. Used to set up popular physics experiments. Electrohydrodynamics, inertial propulsion, control moment gyroscope and others. Their infrasound effects science with music. Active dampers for linear and angular oscillations. Wearable electronics and tactile displays. This is an example of how an 8-channel necklace with vibrators operates. Some patents. Servo drives with a force feedback. Stabilized platforms for video equipment. Here cameras with a telephoto lens are used to demonstrate the device accuracy. Here, 5-axis stabilization with active dampers is implemented. Market target automatic tracking device. Optical communication channel to conduct flights above a radio jammer. Automatic correction device for low altitude flight control. SLO branded experimental and commercial drones. Other technical solutions for drone video camera stabilization. This stabilization system was awarded the World Intellectual Property Organization Award.
Present the second model of the SLO aircraft.
This was 2011, so the so-called brushless gimbal didn't exist yet. Rescue system for drones. SLO Stereo is the first serial drone for stereoscopic photography. Plane and helicopter with 3 wide stereo-based cameras to maintain 3D effect at long distances. First flying multicopters that use sun rays as the only power source. Drones powered by wire to perform a long-time flight. Flight altitude record for a rotorcraft powered via power cord. And finally, some pyrotechnics.
So that was just a brief introduction of the several inventions and the experiments that the innovator has made. I would also like to show how good entrepreneur Alexei is. And I would like to show you 4 products that are currently available in the market prepared by Alexei. So let's move forward to those products. Please let me know if the audio is available for this video. Is the audio available, Deyati?
No, I think. No. It's
Okay,
not
okay.
available.
Yes, now I guess the audio will be available. Can you please check?
Yes, yes, it's perfect.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
My name is Alexey Zaitsevsky. Interceptor drone with net launcher is my hobby. To assess the economic potential, imagine a threat. Agro drone with chemical weapons and autonomous navigation flies over the city. Such a target can be stopped by physical impact. Now you see how innovation is born. This drone is designed to mechanically block light UAVs at a distance of few miles. The ratio between the drone's high engine thrust and low mass is its competitive advantage. It can fly fast. Drone rotors are used to spread the net. The high energy and mass of the rotors allows the use of a larger net. The drone is equipped with a parachute and a siren. The interceptor does not contain anything prohibited. It is classified as a racing drone. Several containers with interceptors can be placed on a patrol car. Current stage of the project is debugging.
So I would like to welcome our speaker and the great innovator, Alexey sir, to this session. So I guess your mic is muted. Just a second, sir.
Sorry, make him co-host.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
can you
yes.
hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Welcome,
Yeah,
Alexey,
nice.
to this session. We all were waiting eagerly for you to address everyone and motivate us about patenting, innovation, and development.
Thank you. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so before we start this session, there are a few videos that we wanted to show about your innovations and your products which are currently available in the market.
Thank you.
Okay, okay.
This is the instrument you'll use for bicycle wheel truing. This sensor turns truing into a simple game. Just reach the desired deviation and take the second wheel. Minimal attention is needed to read such a display. The device can be mounted on an 8mm rod, or by using this tools-free single-screw position fixture. Thanks to optical sensors, the device is silent and long-lasting. An integrated torque sensor allows keeping the spoke tension in a proper range. Wrench heads for different nipples are available.
So there's another invention by the innovator called Pay Attention, and I will play a video to let you all know what it is about.
How to monetize your attention. The problem is that people lose a lot of time because of someone else's initiative. The perfect example is reading emails and the spam issue. We can try to regulate and ban mass mailings. However, there is a possibility to eliminate the problem using peaceful economic measures. The idea is that if you want people to devote some time to your message, you have to pay them for the time spent. The addressee sets a reward for opening a letter, for a number of characters, or for inquiry duration. To highlight the importance, it's possible to pay more than the addressee asks. At the first step, a server is created. It allows anyone to connect their email in 4 clicks. When sending a letter to such an addressee, the sender receives a warning that the addressee's attention is payable and a link to make a quick payment is provided. The system operates as a gateway to which letters come and are sent to the addressee if the services have been paid. Advertisers will invest almost all money in the system, while ordinary users will constantly receive a small profit. At the next steps, we'll connect telephony, messengers, and so on. The system will allow users all over the world to provide various paid services with a convenient payment method. The project of this scale is worth starting an ICO campaign. Imagine a currency backed up by attention as a resource. How I reason about the places where it's worth looking for money, assessing the willingness to pay and total amounts. Consumers value their emotions over everything else. Spending less time for reading useless appeals means less unpleasant emotions. It's always a pleasure to get money. You can set the price for being addressed and never again hide your email address from spammers. Someone else's attention is the most valuable thing for suppliers. People are ready to pay a lot for receiving access to the necessary person. Some of them may even send themselves the requests and get a good excuse for their money source. The majority of messages are of a greater significance for a sender than for an addressee. That means they will pay for reading their letters. How much is attention? If the user gets the letter, at least the title will be read. It takes 10 seconds to read a message consisting of 20 words. If you get 1 cent for reading such a message, it corresponds to the income of 600 euros per month. The advertiser pays more than 1 cent for a single demonstration on TV. So 1 cent can be taken as a minimum price for a targeted message. Every day, 250 billion letters are sent. Competitor. In April 2018, the Coinbase acquired the Earn.com startup for an estimated $100 million. Earn.com has a complicated registration procedure. You must confirm your identity, professional expertise, and you are obliged to answer the message. I believe this to be a needless condition since the viewed message itself already has a value for the sender. If advertisers write messages to a certain email address, they have to know who they write it to, so there is no need to complicate the system. Social significance. Annual word advertising budget is 500 billions. The advertiser needs the viewer's attention, but viewers don't receive compensation. The paid message system provides a sense of justice because it compensates for what is not pleasant. People will receive this money not from the government, but from product producers and service providers. This is a market process dealing with socially meaningful redistribution of resources. Time economy. The average wage in the world is 1,400 euros per month. If the average person has spent 7 minutes writing a letter, they have already lost €1. Will you be mean about another euro just to make sure your message won't be left unattended? On the other hand, if the letter sender is not ready to pay €1 for your attention, then maybe their message makes no difference. Within the Pay Attention project, the time and opinion of any individual acquires a monetary value. Busy people will request more money for their attention. Those who need a constant income will get more messages at a lower price. The amount of money received in the Pay Attention system will show the person's importance for the society. This can become one of the objective factors used to assess the expert's ranking. The habit to mark time not in minutes but in euros makes people appreciate someone else's time as well. For example, draftsmen who work on different contracts don't value the client's time. You've probably had the experience to order cheap services coming along with such a contract you cannot read up to the end. Monetize your time and people will start learning to express themselves laconically.
That was such a great invention, and we all would like everyone to notice how innovations are done and take inspirations. So, is this a perfect moment to begin the question answer?
I think that best motivation is lack of resources, because if you have no resources, you are thinking what to do. And if you have a lot of
Yes.
money, you are looking for problems or yes. So just you see that there is a problem and you are starting to think how to solve it. You cannot stop it. It's come from inside.
Yes, I get it. So, can you please help us understand what is the concept of prototyping? Like, how should one approach the feasibility of an idea and then convert that idea into a prototype?
I think that in prototyping experience is meaningful because I started my innovation hobby as far as I remember myself, and first attempts it was something like perpetual mobile or some stupid ideas, and of course those first ideas are more or less useless, and then when you have experience 10, 20, 30 years, you can make prototypes fast and working.
Okay. So, like, how can one know that my idea is feasible on an economical level, or in the development part, it can be done or not? How can one determine that?
Sorry, I missed some words, last sentence.
Okay. So I was asking that how can one know, how can one decide that my idea is feasible on the economical scale and also the scale of development if this thing can be developed using the current available technology?
Mm. First of all, you must check for competitors, what other people have done already, and this is the main thing. For example, you can start by patent search. For example, there are a lot of patent search engines on the web, and just spend 1 week and try to find what already exists. This is the first step.
So I would like Diditi to ask a question.
Okay.
There's one of the hosts among us who is Diditi. She would like to ask a question from you.
Okay.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. So we have seen many of your videos. You have merged both pyrotonics and drone technology together. The fireworks look so amazing. There are several complications while incorporating both the concept together. That is, balancing might get disturbed, or the fireworks might not work properly, causing accidents. So, how can you share us some measures and cautions that one would take care while trying the similar work?
As I understand your question, you are asking about safety with drones.
Yes.
Yes.
I had a lot of accidents, and it was starting maybe at school, and my mother told that it would be better to let me explode something while she can control it, then I will do it alone. So I have a lot of accidents, and it is also a subject of experience.
Okay. And I guess the parental support is also very necessary.
Yes, freedom is freedom to operate is important thing to achieve something.
Yes, sir. So moving to the next question. So what invoked your interest in the technology? Like what tech are you most passionate about currently? And please let us know why.
Usually, last project is the most important because you are thinking mostly about last project, and for me the best time for project is 2 years. In 2 years, I have the maximum attention to some project, and in 2-3 years, I would like to start something new.
Okay, sir. So when you started as a technologist, what was the topic that invoked your interest? Like there had to be a specific topic, electronics, robotics. What was that for you? which sparked that interest?
For example, if we are talking about internet project of dating site, and I have calculated how much people are interested in such service, and that existing services are not good. There are some drawbacks, and that's why I started, for example, in team.lt project or freelaw.ru. It was group dating site. Another software project was with document security, and it was my first profession. I was working in polygraphy for more than 10 years, and there was a customer who needed protection, and our company has no licensing, no technologies, and I developed one technology for document security. In 2 years, this technology was sold to a bigger company, and a few more years I was working on different technologies on printed document protection technology. This stage was finished after economical crisis in 2008, and I started to work with drones.
I would like everyone to know that Alexei sir is also the winner of the Smart Maker Festival 2021 for his project that I showed, the drone interceptor one. And sir, first, very congratulations for that. There is a question that I myself as an entrepreneur feel like I don't understand what is the concept of patent and why it is necessary. Can you please explain the process of prototyping and then patenting something? What are the steps involved?
You are talking about drone interceptor especially, yes?
Not specifically, sir. It can be any patent that you did. I want to know about the process of patenting.
Patents.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Patent is a second stage. First stage is First stage is to find an idea and some solution. Second stage is to find analogs and to see how can you improve previous art stage. And the next step is proof of concept. You must make some experiments. There is a video in Lithuanian about drone interceptor. I made some few steps on a stand. It was not drone, it was just few components, few novel components were tested on without drone. And after that, if you see that there is a novelty, you can apply for a patent. Most of my patents I applied without lawyer, and it is not expensive process. One of goals is not only monopolization, but to fix your authorship. It means that you have maybe you will not have monopoly. For example, I have a Lithuanian patent. It means I have no monopoly all over the world. But it is quite a cheap procedure to achieve a regional patent, and at least your authorship is registered in this way.
So you talked about novelty. So this is also a common problem that most of the times I have an idea, I try to implement it in some way, but I cannot determine the novelty of that idea or the way I'm implementing it. So is there any proper method?
Maybe your question was not very clear for me. Novelty is...
I will re-explain the question. You talked about novelty of the project. If the project is very, very novel and it has not been done anywhere in that country or in the world, then only we can apply for the patent.
Yes, of course, you can try.
Yes.
Of course, there are different problems. For example, to achieve European patent, there is a very big bureaucracy, and you may have a lot of discussions with experts to prove that you have novelty. In USA, it is a little bit easier, but but you should try, and in most cases, patent is issued.
Okay, thank you so much for answering the question. And another question, Diriti would like to ask about the UAV. Diriti?
Yes. So we know that drones are used in numerous ways nowadays. So how it is used in the military? Can you just tell us about that?
I have no access to military secrets, but I don't know how I can find the point to start from. We have kamikaze drones, we have spy drones. There are a lot of applications, so it would be easier for me to explain if you can figure out some specific area.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So about the drones, can you please explain how can the drones be used inside water without harming the marine life?
Inside the water or inside?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, underwater.
Inside sea, inside oceans. If drones can be used and implemented inside water.
First, I think it should be fixed wing aircraft, because vertical takeoff, like common cheap drones, they cannot fly in a strong wind. So maybe you should take a look on a winged fixed wing aircraft. There are aircrafts to check for fishing carriers, to find fish, to find pirates. And of course, there are attack drones. For example, Bayraktar, I guess it's fully suitable to fly over the sea.
So I was asking, can a drone be implemented inside water, underwater?
Yes, Arduino, there is an open source Ardu Pilot project, and there is an option for submarines. You can even use this 100 euros controller to build submarine.
Thank you so much, sir. So we have seen your anti-drone system, which basically captures the drones. That is very, very exciting for me to see. And especially we have some of the incidents where the few organizations are trying to send some explosives via drone. So, sir, I want to know that what is the detection system? What is the detection mechanism for that? Is there any radar system or an optical system for the detection of enemy drones?
In my case, novelty is airframe, and I can make airframe alone and test it alone, and this project I can carry alone. And if autonomous navigation is the second stage, I can't make it alone, and it means that I should cooperate with some company to combine those solutions together. Today, today it is possible to use it like a racing drone. So we have a lot of racing drone pilots in our country. They can simply take this equipment and go to complete mission manually. They can get information. For example, if we are securing airport, they can get coordinates from the tower.
Thank you so much for answering this question also, sir. So there is a question from one of the students. Her name is Somi. She asked that what, according to you, is the first step of innovation towards starting the journey of innovation?
It's a question about the beginning of innovations in my life.
Yeah.
Or...
How? Yeah. According to you, what is the first step involved towards the journey of innovation?
Maybe it was my father who worked in Institute of Communication in Kiev, and he was bringing outdated or not working scientific equipment at home, and I was disassembling it, and this how it began. After that, for example, with electronics, in USSR, there was, if you buy television, you get a paper manual with a full circuit diagram. And I asked my father to explain all those components, what they are doing and how they work. So it's just an example how you can start by acquiring knowledge, how it starts.
Very, very enlightening to see how a simple documentation manual can spark such an innovative idea and spark a motivation inside someone. And also, sir, there's one question again from Somi. Sir, that what is your message towards the aspiring innovators?
Just follow good examples. It's read books, see what others are doing, and do your best. It is we are living in a very good time. The best experts are acceptable via internet, so you can join any meetings, any support. Most of support is free. You don't need your local university. You can find the best expert who is living maybe in Indonesia, and he will never came to your country, but you can connect him immediately today.
In the last question, when you answered that you tried to open the parts of old equipments, I guess all of the people present over here in this session might have done something similar. I can assure you that. That is one thing that we all do. So Diriti, do you have any questions? You can proceed forward.
Okay, so one last question I would ask that how is it important is the combination of an entrepreneurship and innovation?
There is a different kind of entrepreneurship. In our time, there is a lot of speculative projects, and you must create some kind of circles around your project to attract low qualification investors. I prefer to find investors with some kind of competency in a specific area, because stupid investor is a problem for project. If you are looking for a long-term project, not a short-time money spent. So presentation is important, but today I'm trying to find I'm trying not to work with investors without expertise.
Okay.
Understood. So there is one question that it is from a student called Orko Propa. He asked that once an innovator has filed a patent or a product to their name, what is the next step? How should one use a patent?
If you have a patent, at least you can understand that no one will stop you. No one will stop you by another patent. So just go further, go to proof of concept, prototype stage, and for example, patenting may take up to 3 years if you're applying for international patents. And for example, it's a very good time for pharmaceutical industry, because 3 years it's a normal time to create new vaccine, for example. So you apply it for patent, and you have 2 years to create product. And when that product is created, you already have a protection.
Yes, sir. But how to bring in investors? That is also related to the previous question.
How to bring investors? There was no time then there was no investors. It's a nature of human to invest in innovation. Today, government has some kind of monopoly in this area, but there was no time everywhere. It's a human nature to invest in innovation. So it's there are already around.
So There are people who think that entrepreneurship and innovation are two different things. This is a question by Ashutosh Kumar. He has written in the chat box. Being an entrepreneur and an innovator are two different things. How can a person, especially from college, add these things together?
I think first thing, as I see it, you should demonstrate something. Second stage, try to send your demonstration to someone who can potentially understand it. For example, now I'm making a drone interceptor, and I'm not looking actively for investor today. Because my idea is to demonstrate some positive result and then send it to companies who can potentially combine it with, for example, with navigation system. In other words, I would like to sell my first stage. Investor is when you are working with investor, you are taking obligations. For me, it is more comfortable to make result and then sell the result. In this case, I have no obligations. I'm selling the result.
Understood, sir. So I would like to open the forum and the discussion for all the participants present in this meeting. They can ask a question in the YouTube chat or the Zoom chat, and I will pick the questions one by one. Okay, sir. Vaibhav, I think my question was very related to yours when I asked about the feasibility. So I will move to the next one. Sir, how long do you work on a project? And are there any projects you dropped midway?
A lot of projects were dropped. Maybe 10% of my projects gave some reasonable profit. I would say 50% of projects it's about zero return. 50% it's minus negative profit, and 10% gives you resources to start a few more projects. This is statistics.
I guess, Sai Kishan, your question has been answered. So we have a question from Devadarshi Das. Synchronized conversions of 2 or 3 or more munitions onto a single moving maneuvering target is being run by drones. Please tell us something on this. Can you please explain it?
Your question wasn't clear for me.
Okay, so I will repeat the question. Synchronized conversions of 2 or 3 or more munitions onto a single moving or maneuvering target is being used by drones. Please tell us something on this, and can you please explain it? Devadarshi, can you please write your question more clearly?
First part of the question was not very clear with multiple dots.
Okay. I will request Devadarshi to write the question more clearly so that we are able to understand your question. Even I am not able to understand your question. So anyone else, you can ask your question in the chat box. See, this is the opportunity for you all. Okay, so there is a question from Zunaid Hussain from YouTube chat. What are the upcoming technologies that you are looking forward
to? First, I would like to finish drone interceptor, and after that, I will check what is actually in the world. Because before that, I was thinking how to analyze news message sequence because I feel that it's a problem in our world. So you must find a new problem behind you and start to think how to solve it. Today, I'm just finishing my interceptor project.
Okay, great, sir. So there's a question from Anirudh Ghosh. He's asking that what is your vision for the world? How do you think that your innovations would help in the betterment of the society?
In most projects, there are a lot of ways how to speculate about good and potential. maybe just to try. First stage is when you think that it is important for you. Second stage is to understand, is it important only for you, or it is reasonable for society. And if it is not important for society, probably you will not have, there will be no profit if you are working for a mass market. So you can speculate that you are important, but only market will show are you indeed.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much, sir. And there's a question from Sayak Saka. He is asking that what does your brainstorming sessions look like when you are trying to innovate something new? Can you please explain your thought process and insights? How you begin the ideation phase? That's a very, very beautiful question, Sayak.
Maybe there is such a habit that you are working, looking around and trying to understand how it works. It is a way of thinking. You always looking around and looking and trying to understand how it was done. And after that, this style of thinking gives you a solution in another area.
I think so. Observation is the key.
Yeah.
Okay, Shaik, I think your question has been answered. There's a question from Kajal Sinha. What are the factors that help us determine whether our idea of innovation is commercially viable or not? So, Kajal, I think I asked this question about the economical feasibility. So you can go on the YouTube and check back the live stream. There is a question from Rene Ghosh. What advice would you give to someone trying to become an entrepreneur?
Just don't think, less thoughts, more action.
Okay.
Go.
Actions speak more than words.
Yeah, just try to communicate and don't be scared. Try to communicate with high-grade persons. Probably someone will answer you.
Okay, so there's another question from Anirudh Ghosh. What were your college days like? Do your colleagues or friends still help you with the experiments?
Of course, I need assistance. For example, with the drone interceptor, I have more equipment than hands, and I can't manage 4 cameras at once. And there is as well here, there is a society in Lithuania of drone pilots, helicopter pilots, racing drone pilots, and you must find this community and start working with them. And probably you don't need even money to hire them because it's their hobby too.
Understood, sir. Sir, there's a question from Sunad Hussain, who is asking that how do you incorporate multiple technologies in a single project? And is it necessary for me to learn all those or simply hire multiple people for that work?
Of course, I can't do everything alone. For example, I can do the drone alone, but when I'm making software projects, I'm hiring programmers, and my work is to write algorithm and to make this algorithm understandable for a programmer. In other projects, I was hiring engineers, electronic engineers, mechanic engineers, and they have much stronger skills than me in their specific area. So just don't try to do everything by yourself. If you want to be a manager, you must have a understanding of how it works, but you don't need to do everything by yourself. For example, for me, it's enough to read the code and to check is this code correct in a formal way.
Thank you so much, sir. It was also my question because doing everything myself, that is one of my bad habits also. So thank you so much for enlightening. We will take a last few questions. So yeah, Divyadharshi Das sir has corrected his question. His question is, it's like suppose a drone launches 3 missiles at 3 different times, but after maneuvering all missiles will hit the designated moving target at the same times. Basically, the resulting in target will not be able to escape from missiles. Can you explain about that?
Maybe this question was not very clear for me.
Yes,
Maybe this guy
again.
maybe this guy can send his question in a written form, and I will try to write him back.
Devadarshi, please send me your question. I will forward it to Alexi sir. There is one of our professors, very senior professors, Professor Kumar Chatterjee. He wants to ask you a question. Sir, can you please proceed?
Can I be heard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. Good afternoon to everybody in this meeting. Actually, I do not want to ask questions. It was very interesting. I joined a bit late. I got to know it a bit late. It's all right. But I was, number one, wanting to make a suggestion that if it is possible to get the questions clearer by raising a hand and talking, like I am doing, because typing questions in the right way sometimes is difficult in the limited amount of time. Number two, there is an advice to the young students. Please do not be, and I take the permission of the speaker to give this advice. From my experience, I find that you should never be scared of failing. I think it is important to budget failures. That means you have an idea, you make a path for the progress, but somewhere you must keep a thin line that it might fail here, but that should not stop you from changing your path and making progresses. So it was my intention of raising the hand. I could not have written down so much in the chat box, nor would the spirit of my statement be understood. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening with your kind words. Okay, so thank you so much, sir. And we will move to the next question. So people can raise their hands according to the session of Arun, sir. And we will allow you to ask the question. You can raise your hands and we will allow you to ask the questions yourself. So is there anyone? Deepak Oja, you're writing in the chat box. You are allowed to ask your question yourself. So can you please ask to unmute yourself? Is Deepak Oja, can you please try to unmute yourself?
Shaurya, I hope my presence is not a negative catalyst,
No, sir, not at all, sir.
Because I want to encourage all students.
Yes, sir. Okay, so Deepak is not at home, so I will read his question. What makes you keep going? Does your research fail, and how frustrating it is to handle the failure at time of an innovation?
Maybe when your project fails, in my situation, in most situation, it is not interesting for me anymore, and it is not a problem anymore. So just find some another project and keep going. And more of that, you can stop it. If innovation is your hobby, you just can't stop it. You're finding someone new, and past is the past.
So Rehan wants to ask a question. Rehan, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
First of all, good afternoon to everyone who's here. And thank you, IIC, for giving me this opportunity to share the stage with Alexi, sir. So, sir, my question to you is that we've seen your project, the Drone Interceptor. It was really a great project, and we learned too many lessons from there. But I wanted to ask you something, that is that interceptor that you created, is that recyclable? That means once it intercepts the drone and then it comes back, can we use it again for another shot?
I guess that the probability of losing the interceptor is less than 50%. It means that in most cases you can reassemble it, especially if attack was unsuccessful. If attack was successful, you are losing the net in most cases. But net is
by
not very
replacing the
expensive.
net, I think, sorry sir, sorry to interrupt you, but I think by replacing the net, the other parts should be all very well to work, I guess. The major body chunk should be working. Only we need to replace the net, right?
In most cases, it is you can use it again. Of course, if it falls in the water, it will sink.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, sir. It's really good to see that you created a project that's also sustainable, bringing down the cost of expenditure. Thank you, sir.
So is there anyone else, or else we will move to the felicitation part? You can just turn on your camera and microphone to ask a question. Anyone? Okay, so since no one is, I guess everyone should take this opportunity, because this is the opportunity which you will not get every time, right? You do not get such opportunities to interact with such a great innovator. So if anyone has any question, they can ask. Or else we will move to the felicitation part.
Someone have posted a question in the chat box. Can I ask this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. In automobile, mass market production system is very complex and difficult to achieve. Then how companies build their prototypes without building the production system?
If you are talking about the technical base for making prototypes, it's enough to have a I guess it's enough to invest 10,000 euros in the necessary instruments behind you, and everything else you can order. You can order all metal parts, plastic parts, everything can be ordered, and probably a result will be much better than to make it by yourself. Because if you are asking to produce metal parts in some workshop with expertise, you will get much better result when by doing it by yourself. So we have a lot of factories all over the world. If I need something to control, I can find a local producer, and if I have less money, I can find producer in China, and I have a very good experience with China.
Thank you so much, sir. Is Divakar sir currently present in the meeting? Yes, he is. Sir, can we move to the felicitation?
Yes, sure, you can. Actually, I told you I'm outside now, so you can proceed.
Yes.
I am all set.
Sir, I want you to present the certificate of appreciation to Alexey sir for the beautiful session and such a motivational session. Hello, sir. Are you present?
Yeah.
Yes, sure. Yeah, you proceed. Just I am just outside, and the background noise will come. Okay. Thank you, Alexis sir, for joining us. Okay. I will mail you regarding some contract and something. I have already messaged you in LinkedIn, so I will talk to you there, and we will proceed accordingly.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Arun sir, can you please felicitate the speaker?
Yes, thank you very much. Actually, even without your question, I would have done that myself because, sir, it was a wonderful session, at least as far as I could hear. I came in a bit late because of personal reasons, but whatever I heard, whatever I participated, whatever I heard, your answers to the various questions, They were excellent. And I fully agree with Shaurya's statement, and many others must be having this feeling that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. There is so much to learn from people who have this tremendous amount of experience. And as a senior person, I can tell everybody that there is no end to learning. In fact, I tell this to my students in class, and I also say that there is no beginning to learning. Thank you very much, sir. We look forward to having you again, once more at least, many times more. And ideally, when things clear up, when we see the silver lining around the corona clouds, I think it will be a wonderful experience for all of us to have you physically with us. I'm sure this statement is the feeling of everybody present here. Thank you very much. Have a good, I think it should be, I don't know, time zones. So whatever it is, good morning, or good evening, good afternoon. Thank you very, very much. Everybody, have a good day.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So here's the certificate of appreciation to our speaker, Alexi, sir, for being the invited speaker in the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Workshop series organized by Institutions Innovation Council, Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. Thank you so much for joining the session. And with this, we shall move past the end of the session. Sir, is there anything or any message that you would like to give to our participants at the last?
Just thank you, and thank you for the invitation for the Smart Maker Festival. It was nice experience, and I wish you all success.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And with this, we shall move towards the end of the session. Everybody else, please remain in the meeting. I will give a attendance form. So, sir, goodbye and have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let me share the Google form with you all. So I guess you all enjoyed the session pretty much. And you got many things to learn.
There is no doubt they did. I can make out from the questions they were asking. And is Kajal Sinha still in the meeting? Okay, Shaurya, can you hear me? No.
Yes, I can listen to you.
I just wanted to say hi to all the students, especially I found Kajal Sinha in this group, and okay. I hope everybody is fine, because that is the first thing, and you have to keep safe. Huh? All of you have to keep safe. Take safety measures even if you are at home. So, Shaurya, can I leave? I'm not in a hurry to leave.
Yes, sir.
I'm not in a hurry. Are you going to take any photographs or pics? Then I will stay back.
Okay, sir. Actually, the session is already available on the YouTube. So I will request everyone to just turn on their cameras for once. I would like to take a screenshot of this moment. So everyone in the meeting, can you please switch on your camera? Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Alexi, sir, for joining the session. Now, I guess everyone has got the attendance link. So I will end the session now.
And I'm leaving with your permission. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now if you have got the attendance link, you all can leave the meeting. And we will see you tomorrow in the next session.
Shaurya, we'd like to see Alexi sir in future future webinars as well. It was really an insightful session today, and we look forward to learn more with him from him. Thank you, Alexi sir, to enlighten us with your expertise.
Thank you.
Sir, one thing that I think you have the PayPal account, so if you share the PayPal.
You're not clearly audible.
Yes, sir. So I can better. Sorry, I am texting.
Yes. So if you have got the attendance link, everyone can leave now.